Okay, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are watching me from. So today we'll be looking at very important topic in solidity, which is a modifier. I'm actually doing this video for beginners, people that want to start learning smart contracts and you're having issues with the modifier. Modifier is a very important topic in solidity that will helps or that helps developers a lot. So let's get started. I'll create a folder. I can call it solidity or modifier. Anything, you can call it anything. Then inside my folder, I create a file called it modifier.sol. I create pragma and the version of solidity I want to use. In this case, I will be using 0.8.12. You can decide to use anything. You can decide to use 0.8.17, 0.8.13, 0.8.11, anything you want to use. So I will create a contract, call it modifier. Okay, modify. I don't want to use modifier because it's a built-in function. So let's just call it modify. A contract modify. So let's say a company asks you as a developer to create a contract, a smart contract for them, and they have already given you specification to use, the total supply, the name of the coin, the decimal, and everything. And when you are deploying this contract, after you finish creating, let's say the company with the name company A said they want the total supply to be 150 million total supply. And when you finish creating a smart contract, on deployment you put in 100 million total supply. That is a mistake. So what does a modifier helps you in this case? A modifier will help you not to redeploy this smart contract. I don't know why you get it. You won't, but in normal case you are supposed to redeploy the smart contract. In that case you spend a lot of gas. But if you actually takes in modifier, you don't actually need to redeploy the smart contract. You only just go in, input the new value that you want to be as total supply. Let's say you put in 100 million and that wasn't what the company asked you for. So you just go in and straight to your modifier function and put in 150 as required by the company. So we have created a contract called modify. So let's create a contract. The stream, the name of the coin is going to be a stream variable. Call it name. The total supply of the coin. Unsigned integer total supply. Let me just say total. Alright. So you create a constructor. You know what constructor means? If you don't know what it means, I will actually have a tutorial on what constructor really mean. But it's not a big deal. It's just very simple. Constructor is not a big deal. So you create a constructor, you give it, let's call it stream name. You won't use name, you give it underscore name. The unique, you give it underscore total. Alright, that's the constructor. You can see we are having error here. That means we have to make this place memory, the stream memory. Okay, so we do name inside the constructor. We have name equals to name, and total supply, in this case it's just total, is equal to underscore total. Alright, I'll have to create the address of this token. We say is owner. Alright, so let's continue. We create when you are done with that, the next thing you have to do, you create an update function that will update the total supply, because we already have the name and the total supply, but we are trying, in this case we are working on how to update the total supply. If in this case we are asked to put 150 and you are putting 100, so you create a function that will actually update this total supply. So it's a function update total, just update anything, you make it public. So you give it what are we updating is total supply, so it's a unit. You give it total supply, just total supply. Alright, so in this case the total equals total supply. So you see that this contract is ready. You can deploy this contract now and see, let's deploy it. So you come here, you click on this. Currently we don't have any contract below, so you click this, the name of the coin, let's call it smart A, and what should be the total supply? Let's say 100 million. Okay, $100 million. So we click on transfer. Our transaction is successful. If you come below, you see the smart contract. Okay. So this is a smart contract. So in this case you can actually update it. If you update, say you can actually update here 1 to 150. You click update. You see the transaction will be successful. But we are not actually seeing the value we are updating. And that is case 1. Case 2 is anyone can actually update this total supply, and that is not what we want. Case 1, when you update, you are not actually seeing the name of the coin. After deployment, the name of the coin, you can see it. The total supply, you can't see it. Case 2, in this case, anybody can actually come and update the total supply, and that is not what we want. So let's create a function that will restrict or view the contract that we just created. Then we'll now talk about the modifier. So create a contract, call it get coin. All right, make it public. Since we are returning, say return, what are we returning? Total supply unit. We are not only returning total supply, let's also return the name of the coin. Let's call it string. Make it memory. Okay. The name of the coin. So we call it, say return name, comma, total. So we are having a warning here that function state mutability can be restricted to view. So just come here and put view. Alright. So if you redeploy this contract again, let's go and deploy it. It says smart A and total supply of, let's say, 100 million. Click on transact. You see the transaction was successful. If you come down, you see the smart contract. Alright, so if you click on get coin, now you now have the name of the coin, which is smart A. You can now see it, smart A, and the total supply, which is 100 million in this case. So you can actually update it to 150. 1, 2, 3. 150 million. Click on update. You see that the transaction is successful. That's why we are having this green button here. So if you come here and click on get coin, you find out that the total supply have changed from 100 million to 150 million. Now it means in this case, if you change it to 2 million or 200 million, you come here, get coin, the total supply have changed to 200 million and so on. But this is not actually what we want, because in this case, anyone can actually come and update the total supply. What we actually want is, we want the person that deployed this contract to be the only one to update this total supply. That is where the beauty of modifiers comes into play. Alright, so we create a modifier. Come down here and create a modifier. It's a modifier, it's a built-in function. That's why it is blue. Say only owners. Only the owners can update this. Alright. Remember we have the address to be owner. So on deployment we should set the address or the owner to be the message or sender. Alright. Owner equals to message or sender. Alright. So you come here on the modifier. So you say require that owner equals to message or sender. Then underscore this. The underscore means that this, if this is true, because of the require, if this is true, let me just give an error message there. You are not the owner. So that will explain it very to you. So if this is true, this is a if statement. If this is true, because of the require, if the person that is updating this total supply is the owner, go ahead and run this contract. That is why we have the underscore. But if it's not true, go ahead and echo this error message. You are not the owner. So when you come here, where do we have the update function? The update function, the only thing you have to do here is to copy this only owner and paste it here. And that is all. So we go back to deploy this smart contract here. So we say smart A. There's actually one thing I did not show you guys, and I wish I would love to before I deploy this. Let me just mute. Very important. Let me just remove this guy first. Let me deploy this guy smart. Hey, I can't remember. There's something I didn't show you guys. So let's call it 100 million total supply. We deploy it and it's successful the way we did it last time. So you come down here, you click on get coin, you see you have the name of the coin and this. So you change it to 150. You update the total supply to 150. You click on update. If you click on this, you get this, a new total supply. Now if you go up, this is the contract, the address that actually call this contract, that deploy this contract, which is this, ends with C4. So if you come down to the contract, the address that ends with B2, so you come here again, you have changed it to B2. You come here and change this value to maybe 8, you deploy, you update it, still successful. If you click on get coin, the value will change. In this case, let's change it to another address 3 dB. You come here, you update it to 338. You click on get coin, the total supply change in this case. In this case, it means that anyone can update this total supply, which is not what we want. That is what I did not show you guys. So if we introduce a modifier, copy this only owner, and paste it here. Let's deploy this contract again. Then you know what I'm talking about. Say smart A. $100 million instead of 150. You click on transact. The transaction is successful. Now, if you review the code, you see smart here, 100 million total supply. Then you want to update it to 150, 123, 123. You click on update. This transaction is successful. You click on get coin, you find out that the total supply have changed. That is beautiful. So that is, now if you go up, you will see we are in a contract of dB. dB is the contract, the smart contract address that deploy this, the contract address that deploy this smart contract. So if you change it to C4 and you come back here to change this place, let's see what will happen to 25 or 250 million. You click on update. You see the error. You're having error here. See, and we now have this error message. The transaction has been reversed to the initial state. Reason provided by the contract. You are not the owner. You are not the owner. So because that wasn't, or that is not the address that actually deployed this smart contract, so it is the only owner that can update the total supply. If you change it to the address that ends with B2, you come down, you change it to B2, you come down and put 2 or 0, any number, click on update. You are getting error because that is not the contract address that creates this smart contract. So it is only owner that can change or that can alter this value. So we come down to where we have dB, change it to 150. Let's just say 300 million, 123, 123. So we update it. You see that the transaction is successful because the contract that ends with dB is the contract that we use to deploy this smart contract. So the transaction will be successful. So guys, that is it for modifier. Please do way to subscribe to my YouTube channel and also check some of my code on my GitHub page. The link is below. Follow me on Twitter. I'll be doing more videos on smart contract and website development, especially the back end or the JavaScript. So thank you very much. I really appreciate your times and thanks for watching. All right.